Yeah, so sport's always played a really important part in our lives, and we actually met at Cardiff University Hockey Club. But on top of hockey and all the activities you play when you're at school, we've done a charity boxing match, which actually started the journey of us looking for this massive challenge. Charlotte,
I've done the London Marathon and also numerous half marathons.
And I was doing a fair few triathlons as well, so yeah, we've always
sport has played a massive part.
And yeah, prior to this challenge, we had raised collectively £8,000 for different charities.
So actually I work for Diageo, who owns Talisker, and I found out about it through them. But because we'd done the boxing together, we knew that it was such a massive event, but we wanted to do more. So when we kind of had the inevitable come down from after the boxing, we'd raised the money, we looked at each other and we were like,
we need more.
We need more, and we need bigger. And then I was like, enter Talisker Whisky Atlantic Challenge.
And I said, no, I'm not going to do that. It's crazy. I wouldn't do it in a speedboat. And I think the next week we'd signed up.
We'd signed up, yeah. I was convinced her.
So it's your fault.
Yeah, it's
it
my
really
fault.
is.
Yeah.
So when we were training for our boxing match, we used to walk through Victoria in London, which had a very large homeless population, and actually homelessness is something that's always really struck a chord with us. So we knew we wanted to raise money for homelessness, and we knew that before we even picked the event. And when we were researching homelessness, we found out that 34% of homeless women end up on the streets because of domestic abuse, and that's when we decided that we were also going to raise money for Women's Aid. So for shelter, for homelessness, and Women's Aid for domestic abuse.
And I think both charities as well have been so affected by COVID that, again, it was something that we just were like, these are the charities for us.
Yeah.
We've actually raised £17,000 for the charity offline. So yeah.
So on our actual Just Giving page, we have about £18,000, but through corporate donations, and thank you so much, my pension expert, we have raised £130,000. Now, some of that is obviously going towards the cost of the race, but we are really in the clear in terms of raising money for charities, and our goal is to raise £100,000.
And I think the great thing as well is we've already resold the boat, so a lot of the cash from that we're just being able to give straight to the boat, and that's 48 grand. So I think it was amazing.
High
Have that. No.
For me personally, I think it's been the actual campaigning. So we've got full-time jobs, we're training to be physically fit for this, and also we've been campaigning during a pandemic where companies haven't been, we haven't been able to get in front of companies. So it's been a really, really difficult year and a half actually, but actually when the campaign started rolling, and again thank you so much my pension expert, it started to fly, but it's been a lot of preparation.
They say getting ready for this row is like training for the Marathon des Sables, planning a wedding and doing a masters all in one. So I think the whole thing has been pretty tricky, but we've loved it. I think we've loved every minute of it. Every annual holiday that we've taken this year has gone on the road, to go down and doing things like the sea courses, like navigation. We've had to do sea survival, we've had to do first aid.
We really didn't know anything.
We didn't know anything, so it was a blank slate. But it was like, it is long days training. I mean, the sea survival was the best one, where you have to jump into a pool into the life raft.
But the life raft that we found out that we were using to do the sea survival training was pretty small, but apparently it's half the size of that, so we really don't want to be in it.
Yeah, we don't want to be in it at all. Sunrise and sunset.
You're
I'm
obsessed.
obsessed. Honestly.
I'm really looking forward to seeing how crazy it gets.
Yeah.
I really want to see how much we have to push ourselves during this, because we don't know. There's only so much you can train, there's only so much you can prepare, there's only so much you can absorb from other teams. So it's still a pretty big unknown for us, and I'm just excited to see how we take.
Because you just don't know how the race is going to go. Because there's some years where the wind is so strong, so you really are pushed along. There's some winds where you have to deal with the fact that it's just treacle, that there's no wind, and you're going flat seas. So we have absolutely no idea what we're going to.
I think that's what I'm excited for, just to see what is going to happen.
What is that actually going to be like?
This for us was amazing. I tell you why, because of the company yourselves. Your values were really aligned with us, and it was pushing yourself to achieve something that's impossible. And actually having you guys behind us really made us feel like we had a team behind us, and we felt really supported. And actually engaging with all of you guys in the company and running this campaign has been really exciting. We just can't wait to see you. Yeah, it's been really fun.
Yeah.
We're so excited to have you guys with us. It's an amazing feeling for us to be supported by a company that's really aligned with us.
It also came at just the right time, because sometimes it is very, very stressful with raising the money, because you don't know where it's going to come from, and then to get you guys as the platinum sponsor, it just came at the best time, and suddenly it was like, right, we can do this. And I think that's like having the belief in the company has been unbelievable.
We have a really good satellite package, so we can, you know, we can get on the text and the emails and the WhatsApp and things like that. But actually, you don't want to be hearing from us because we're going to be really boring.
But they also say they say not to actually communicate that often with home, because actually, if you're communicating every day to people back on land, then you actually find it much harder to detach from them, and then it's like you get more homesick because you're just checking in and you're not really got, as we say, got your head in the boat.
Yeah.
So we're again limited. Sorry, Mummy and Daddy.
But we'll send you some snaps, please.
Yeah, if we can send back photos and videos. We've got the thing, you have to point it at the sky and then you get...
And me pointing because I'm taller.
Yeah, you're taller. So then we can send back loads of footage, which we're really happy to do as well.
Yeah. Steve, that is the one question. No, do you know what? You really can't make that decision going into it because it's so dependent on the weather. It's not just about your training, it's so dependent on the weather.
Yeah.
Everyone would like to win. I think we want to, you know, everyone likes to win, everyone likes the world record, but actually that's not why we signed up for this. We signed up to do something amazing, to raise money for charities and just to push ourselves. So a win would be great, obviously. A world record would be amazing, obviously.
And we're going to give it our all.
Well, 100%.
That's the thing, is like we're going to go in with 100% energy, effort, enthusiasm, and it's like,
we put a year and a half into this, we're going to be giving it socks. So we have looked at the Marathon des Sables, but apparently mum's lived about that. But yeah, Marathon des Sables. I think we've got the no plan. So when we finish the Atlantic, we want to be sitting on a beach in Antigua and being like we did with the boxing, what are we going to do next? Yeah.
So if anyone's got any ideas, let us know.
Sensible ones,
yeah, sensible ones. Yeah. WI.
Flower arranging, yeah. Thank you, my pension experts!